Greetings everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Captain Rye, and today I will be sailing in the beautiful Torpitz. I mean, the beautiful Torpitz. No, wait, that's not right. What's this again? Oh right, it's the Torpitz. Yes, that's right, I am sailing in the Tier 8 premium German battleship, the Torpitz. Also referred to, of course, as the Torpitz because of its torpedoes. Picked this ship up right after it got released, along with, pretty much everybody else. But unlike everybody else who was playing that ship, who had no business playing it, I'm actually really, really good in this ship. Pretty good kill-to-death ratio here. I think I've got 144 plus kills in this ship now, and only like 60 something battles. So yeah, decided to take it out for a spin and get some free XP, and of course it's just a credit mill machine, and this particular battle just floored me by how much I could actually do. Not just in a damage side of things. It's by far not my highest damage output in this ship, but it was my highest credit earn ever in any ship. Premium, non-premium, with flags, without flags. I am running the Zulu flag, which is going to give me more credits, of course, and it's a premium. Still, though, the end of this battle, I mean, we'll see that post-battle result screen and just floor you, too. Plus, I thought this battle was kind of humorous the way it ended up going about. So, of course, this is the Two Brothers map. For whatever reason, the matchmakers decided that the Two Brothers map is the only map that I should ever play for 9 out of 10 of my games. So I've gotten particularly good at playing this map. Now, if only they'd stop changing it. So, going in here, I've gone off to the east side of the map. I've spotted a couple of enemy battleships there and a couple of cruisers. And here, speaking of cruisers, is a cruiser that I have no idea what he's doing. He's got himself between a rock and an island, and I'm pretty sure he's backing up. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to aim rearwards. And I've already hit him once. And this is the beauty of this ship, is that unlike other battleships, the reload is really, really good, which is why I really, really like this battleship. That and the thing's like nearly impenetrable. So I've hit him, just took massive amount of damage off of him. That HP going away pretty handedly there. Spot a nice juicy Pensacola. Shots out, and folks, this is what they say: sailing broadside to a battleship, that's a paddlin'. Yes, my favorite jingles euphemism: broadside to a battleship, that's a paddlin'. And he hasn't learned his lesson. Oh, you know this is going to end badly for him. Get those shots out before he disappears behind that island. Continue my turn. Not even going to follow them because I know the shots are true. Second Citadel. He's dead. First blood. Broadside onto a battleship. That's a paddlin'. He is my first kill, but he will not be my last. Oh my. Well, now, I've got battleships in the background there, so generally speaking, the guns on this thing are not the best at maximum range. It's absolutely true. Yeah, you can cause damage, but you're probably not going to do... It's going to be really, really difficult to hit those citadels. And I do apologize for the little chirps in the background. Jingles does always say, never work with children or animals, and that's definitely true, especially when you have a parrot, which is basically like a small child who's also an animal. Alright, I'm going to try and get the kill on that wayward, almost dead Soviet cruiser, the one that I was shooting at earlier. He's apparently got himself turned around and is hiding back behind his battleships. But, alright, shots out at that cruiser. Yeah, I don't think I hit him. Nope. Shots would have popped up if I had, and given his HP, if I had, he'd be dead. So, what else can I shoot at? Well, I got some nice juicy battleships. They're not at max range, but they are definitely trying to run away. But they're angled, so this is going to be a bit of a difficult task. Still, German AP shells, even angled, gonna cause some serious issues even hitting you, and the fact that I can reload them so fast, by comparison, means that I can just whittle down your HP 5 to 10,000 damage at a time. But I've got a Negato here, it looks like. Broadside on. What a great shot. I wish more enemy battleship players would just do that. Or, you know, not turn, ever, when I'm in my Fubuki. That would be great. Do you see me on your enemy team? You should definitely never turn and should always give me your broadside. But if you see me on your team, you better learn how to turn. Because, you know, half the time I'm kind of tempted just to waste you with my torpedoes. For being stupid. Oh well. The battle is still fairly equal here. We're about the same on ships, but that's going to change. We've just finished off the second of their 4 destroyers. So they didn't have a destroyer advantage in this going into this match, and that destroyer advantage is actually going to come back to bite us later on. And I do mean that. You are really, really going to see that come back to bite us. I don't want to give away the ending of the video, but it's kind of one of those we almost managed to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory situations. Still pushing up here on the east side of the map. So we're still pushing up the east side of the map, and the west side of the map is holding themselves pretty well, so this is actually definitely the side that's going to push. I mean, we're the closest to the cap, we're the furthest back, we've managed to get all of their battleships effectively running for the border. And, you know, it's, when you look at the mini-map here, you kind of see how their team is spread out. They ended up not, well, they kind of ended up not helping themselves. The way they ended up spreading out. Their battleships opted, instead of falling back into their base and running back towards their own support, they just decided to fall back all the way to the map border, where there's nowhere for them to go. One thing about battleship replays, though. It's a lot of slow down time. It's not super quick. But then, you know, you get the massive citadels and close quarters expert when a destroyer pops up point blank range next to you, and ooh, it's a butt punching, super excitement right there. But then there's, the casual, just trolling along, waiting for battleships to give nice, juicy broadsides. Yeah. Well, there we go. There's my second kill. And of course, that battleship, he had nowhere to go. He was at the map border. He could only give me his broadside. So, there's a pro tip for you, battleship players out there. If you're falling back, try to avoid falling back onto the border, because once you're at the border, you have nowhere to go. I have another tasty, juicy Nagato right there, and he's effectively broadside onto me. Just the distance and the angling, there really isn't any. So I've already managed to get one citadel in him, and he's effectively stopped. He's trying to hide behind that island, but that island's not giving him any cover from me. There's another shot out. A double citadel. He's almost dead. Still had one shot left because of the angle of my guns. Fired into him, finished him off. And because it was so fast, I basically got a devastating strike. So now we're really, really doing well. Take a look at the scores. Not only were we up on points, I'm now sitting in their base. So they're not gaining any more points. They still have 2 destroyers, but we still have 1 as well. There's a broadside onto a battleship again on that Amagi. Again, he's up by the map border. He's got nowhere to turn. He can effectively only give me his broadside. So while I'm capturing the base, I'm thinking, no, I'll put some shots into him. Took some fire there from some dive bombers from the enemy carrier. Now, a couple of other YouTube broadcasters have said the surefire way to help your team win at the end of the battle when you're down on ships and the enemy is capping your base is to let them get sight of your carrier, because they will all go and chase it down. Oh, and I have fallen for this ploy. I have gotten sight of the enemy carrier, so I have adjusted my fire focus to him, and am no longer focusing on the Amagi back there, who, by the way, I am now broadside onto, and he is taking some serious shots into me. Yeah. Should not have done this. I regret the decision. Well, kind of. It's going to make for some very, very interesting gameplay in the final moments of this battle. More shots out at the Ranger, which I will say, I honestly have no idea where the Citadel points on this Ranger are. I keep trying to shoot where I think the hardest Citadels are going to be. They're the engine block and what have you, but all my shots are, I mean, they're penetrating, but they're not actually killing him. Now, remember those 2 destroyers? Well, here's one of them. Yeah. This guy is basically, I'm in his torpedo range, at point blank range, with nowhere to maneuver, because I have an island in my way. And if I try to turn away from him, I have another island in the way. This is bad. I've got armor piercing loaded, but even with armor piercing loaded, again, it's so good, there isn't really too much of a problem. Now, this is kind of an interesting situation here, that destroyer just got off. My friendly teammate there, he actually managed to do a good job finishing him off before he could get a second set of torpedoes away. Even if he did, though, it wouldn't have mattered. My secondaries were probably going to kill him, and he was probably going to run into my torpedoes. dodged all his anyway, and now I'm in a world of hurt. I've managed to not sink that aircraft carrier. I'm disappointed I didn't get the kill on the destroyer. I'm burning. I have no repairability left. So I decide to stop my ship and let this wonderful person in New Orleans get a kill and guarantee me my 4th kill. High caliber. Naval warfare specialist for flooding. Yeah. I'll take that trade-off. His, 23,000 HP left versus my 5,000 HP. I even typed into the chat there as I was stopping my vessel, come on and ram me. Oh. But the battle's not over yet. No, there's still more going on in this battle. Here's our friendly Colorado all the way in the back end, who's now too far away to actually do anything. And I do mean that. Colorado, so slow. He's kind of put himself into a position where he's actually not helping anybody. He's also put himself into a position that he can... all he has to do is survive and will win. But you'll notice we're not capping their base anymore. Our ship that was capping was driven out of the cap by that Amagi, who is still alive. The aircraft carrier is about to die, and I'm also disappointed I didn't get the kill for that I just couldn't penetrate his citadel. I would have really, really liked to get that Kraken unleashed. But hey, I will take the Confederate. Okay? I will take my 4 kills. 100%. Just because that's an insane job. Now we're looking at the Benson. This is our destroyer. 1 left. He's just parked there. And we kind of call it out in the team. He is just parked there. So I'm thinking he's gone AFK or something. Or I don't know why he would rage quit. It's possible he disconnected, but it wouldn't be the first time that I've actually seen somebody who thinks we've won disconnect out of the game early so they can go hop into another ship. Now, the second enemy destroyer that was left that's still alive, yeah, point blank range on our Benson, who has come back from AFK status just in time to finish him off with guns and take torpedoes. Destroyer for destroyer. His explanation was he did disconnect and he just got back into the game. That was really, really fortunate for us. I don't think our New Mexico would have done very well against that destroyer and this Amagi that's up here. Now, the New Mexico's a good ship, but to take on a stock Amagi, gonna be a bit of an uphill battle. You could do it. However, it doesn't matter. There's no time left on the clock. We're up by points. We are ahead on ships, so stunning victory for us. Right down to the wire. And take a look at that credit earn. 963,792 credits, just shy of 1 million. Top of the team with a phenomenal base XP. And look at the amount of damage I did. Just shy of 200,000. Not the highest amount of damage I've ever done, but pretty damn close. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, hit that like and subscribe button. There will be a new video next week. Will probably be World of Warships related, but I haven't decided yet. This is Captain Rye, signing off.